welcome back to your ticket to the best travelling experiences around the world. It's time to cruise away with Derek and Joe, with half an hour of inspirational ideas for your next dream getaway.
Yes, indeed. Now, in this show, we're taking you off to Japan with its incredible history, sights and sounds, with 3 exciting Dream Away packages for next year with exciting journeys, and that's with Princess Cruises. Now, there is seriously lots to look forward to in this show.
Yes, there certainly is. Stand by for fascinating tales of this incredible country. But before we head off to Japan, let's introduce you to CruiseAway, the #1 choice in Australia for getting more holiday for every dollar you spend.
Here at CruiseAway, we've been sending Australian travellers on amazing cruise holidays for over 25 years. Our award-winning team specialise in bringing you the best deals from all major cruise lines, sailing right across the globe. Whether you're looking to cruise locally or afar, with thousands of unmissable deals available right now, you can be sure we'll find you your perfect cruise holiday. So, if you're ready, let's go cruising.
So that's us, and we're only ever a toll-free call away. So it's time to set sail for Japan, first for next year on the incredible Diamond Princess ship. And let's begin in June next year with a chance to cruise Japan and South Korea over 14 nights, which starts on the 1st of June, where we'll fly you from Sydney over to Tokyo to enjoy 3 nights in this exciting city. And it certainly is exciting. We could talk about Tokyo for about half an hour, couldn't we?
Yes, indeed. Actually, even before you head off to Tokyo, when you go to the airport in Sydney, by the way, you have 3-hour access to the premium airport lounge to relax, eat and drink before your flight. I love it, arriving in style in Tokyo. And then, of course, you have this paradoxical mix of ancient tradition and modern culture to enjoy in the enigmatic, vibrant, exciting capital of Japan. From bullet trains to incredible shrines, from Shibuya Crossing through to the relaxed parks, the manicured bonsai trees. This is a magical land to enjoy. Then it's time, of course, for us to cruise on the Diamond Princess for 10 nights. 10 fabulous nights on board the Diamond. Lovely. Now, of course, even, you know, the logistics of being on your cruise are super easy on Princess these days, because they have the medallion program, which is, instead of a stateroom card like you'll normally have on a cruise, you have a little coin that you can wear as a pendant around your neck. You can pop it in a little wrist guard. There's loads of ways of keeping it safe. You can open your door with that. You can book things. You can even order drinks to your lounger by the pool with the medallion. I love that. And then when it comes to dining, now Princess are classic cruising at its absolute finest, and that's what they're known for around the globe. And I know many Australians go back to Princess time and time again because this is the beloved brand. You know, from delicious award-winning pizza through to incredible Michelin star menus designed by the world's top chefs. There's something for everybody, depending on what you're feeling. Even if it's just ordering room service, kicking back, relaxing, and choosing from the extensive movie menu in your stateroom while lounging into some of the most comfortable mattresses at sea. Oh my gosh, you just tailor your cruise however you would like to experience it. Now, if you are a bit of a fitness buff, a gym bunny, there's loads of classes whilst you're on board, but the traditional onsen experience in the spa, that has to be enjoyed. Make sure you book that whilst you're on board, along with maybe some cheeky treatments in the spa, because you are on holiday. You know, it makes sense, doesn't it? Everything's right there, and they have got an extensive spa menu. And I'm talking about some, you know, wild and wonderful treatments you might not even have heard of before, like the fire and ice pedicure. Doesn't that just the sound of that is relaxing, isn't it?
Yeah, just to hear the name, they're quite enticing, the names of some of these treatments. And as Joe says, you might not have heard of the treatments, but you look at it and come back someone brand new.
Yeah.
How amazing would that be? And it's the kind of thing that you don't usually take time out of your week to do. There's another plus to your holiday, isn't it? Is actually spending some time to really let the focus be you for a change. Let everything happen around you, let everything be done around you, and you just dive in, immerse, and enjoy a holiday. This is what a cruise does, moreover than any other type of holiday. Gives you the chance to really switch off, leave all the responsibilities to one side, and just Love every second.
Love that. So we're cruising out of the port of Yokohama to Kushiro, first of all, known for its incredible marsh and its beautiful cranes. And you can actually, with it being a wildlife reserve, you can head to the Tancho Nature Park to really drink in the magical part of this port of call. Then we're in Takodate, one of the main cities on Hokkaido, Japan's northmost island. Of course, Japan is a series of islands. And it's amazing. Mount Hakodate has to be seen. Maybe you want to take an excursion, takes you up Mount Hakodate, or see the Sumo Museum. Then it's Otaru, known for its fresh seafood and abundant hot springs. Yes, Japan is geothermal, and you actually have right there Yonzakai hot springs to visit, do an excursion, have the whole mud bath experience. It's amazing. Then we're into Jeju, and this is South Korea, a beautiful island. You can see the lush nature awaits you, famous for its beaches and waterfalls, and a handful of locations popular from Korean soap operas. There we go, if you follow those. Next up, it's Kagoshima on Japan's Kyushu Island, which is the capital of the prefecture in this island as well. Known for the Sakurajima active volcano that faces Kinko Bay. You can see it, very imposing sight right there, and a lava trail too. Here's an overview back into the port for Tokyo, where you'll disembark, and we will fly you back to Sydney. Great little adventure, starting off with that mini break in Tokyo, heading through, of course, fabulous Kushiro, Hakodate, Otaru, then into South Korea, Jeju, and back into Japan, where you'll disembark in Tokyo and fly back.
Do you think they have the equivalent of neighbours in South Korea? Do you think there might be, mightn't there? There might be. Well, listen, let us know. If you find out more, please feel free to let us know after you've been. Maybe you know now. Drop us an email and let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Right, this package then, very, very tempting indeed. It's for June of next year. It's bookable today with a low deposit of just $300 each, which is amazing. And the price that we're going to give you includes your premium lounge access at Sydney Airport before you fly over to Tokyo. Both those flights included, to and from. 3 nights in a hotel there, and then you've got your 10-night cruise on the Diamond Princess, which is all inclusive as well. Exploring Japan, and of course, we've got your transfer at the end of the cruise back to the airport for your flight back. Wowzers, this is good. And your all-inclusive element of this is so good, because it's not just drinks, it's your service charges, it's your Wi-Fi, it's having food and drink delivered to the very spot you are on the ship, it's early boarding, it's extra dining, and so much more. And here is your price tag. You can lock this in today for just $300 each. And if you'd like to upgrade on the cruise in terms of your stateroom, maybe you fancy opening the doors off the balcony. Let's have a quick look at the prices for those. There they are for ocean view, balcony and suite. Princess Plus added to this is just so good. It's amazing, because it means that when you step on board, there's very little actually extra that you would ever be paying for. Maybe some specialty dining, maybe those wonderful spa treatments that we were talking about earlier, maybe some shopping. But apart from that, pretty much everything is taken care of on this cruise. Here's what it includes. It's factored into the offer already. Unlimited Wi-Fi for a device, a full premium drinks package, which is great. Your service charges, fitness classes, desserts, speedy boarding, so much more included in that offer. If you want to know more, just call us toll free 1300 411 954, and our team will go through all the details with you. Any questions whatsoever, please never feel afraid to ask them. 1300 411 954. I think the package value there is incredible, and to know that just $300 each today will get that booked and secured is incredible. So call us right now as quickly as you can. You're going to love these shows, by the way.
Yes.
They're on every single day, and it's all talking about good news and holidays. It's amazing.
Yeah, nothing better to talk about, is there?
True.
Get planning, get excited, because we have another great one coming up for you. Now, you have heard, I'm sure, of the amazing cherry blossom season in Japan.
Oh, yeah.
Those magical moments where it rains, the most romantic blossoms, sparking festivals galore. Well, our next adventure celebrates this over 16 incredible nights. Now, starting on the 1st of April, well, that's my birthday. There must be a sign. Yes, definitely. We'll fly first over from Sydney to Tokyo, where you can explore and love the city over a 3-night hotel stay. Now, we've even included a full-day Mount Fuji and Hakone tour with a bullet train journey. Fantastic! I mean, what could be better than enjoying Tokyo than having a great little tour as well? Now, this tour is fantastic because, like we said, it will take you to Mount Fuji and Hakone. You'll return by Shinkansen and you'll have lunch included as well. So you're escaping the hustle bustle of the city, heading over to Mount Fuji's 5th station, which is 2,300 meters above sea level. You'll cruise Lake Ashi and the craters as well, and admire some of the most incredible views.
And have some time to enjoy Tokyo itself as well, of course, which is amazing. Then it's time to cruise. We are back on the Diamond Princess, as we are right the way through this show. 11 nights this time. And we're going to be cruising around Japan. Some fabulous ports, actually, on this itinerary as well. Now, the Princess ships are all about exploring and kind of being hand in hand with your destinations as well, because, you know, this is going to be a busy cruise for you. There's going to be a lot of exploring, a lot of excursions, a lot of things to go and do. There are a couple of sea days dotted through the itinerary, but actually this is all about really investigating Japan rather than just having a holiday that maybe spends a week or two just in Tokyo, which yes would be amazing, but you'd see only Tokyo. We're seeing a huge breadth of Japan on this journey. So your floating hotel, and I never like to use that phrase because it's so much more than a hotel could ever be.
Yes.
I mean, what hotel has this huge range of pools, water parks? Most hotels have 1, 2, possibly 3 restaurants. You know, here we could be talking upwards of 15 different places to go and dine. It's got a full production theatre. It's got other lounges for you to enjoy. It's got a nightclub inside. No hotel can bring you all of these. Plus, of course, it's got a full spa with the lovely Japanese bath experience there. It's got a full fitness gym. And the great thing is, you know what, everything is taken care of. In that way, it is like a hotel because your room is cleaned and refreshed every single day.
Yes.
Fresh towels, you know, whenever you want them, etc., etc. And all the facilities you need, much more facilities in your stateroom than you would ever get in a regular hotel as well.
This is the thing, yeah. So floating hotel, come entertainment district, come luxury spa, come relaxation space. I mean, absolutely everything you could imagine. And I love what you were saying there about it being, you know, everything is kind of all orbiting the journey you're making and the destination you're making, as well as they will have destination specific lectures talking about the destinations and economy and ecology in those parts of the world. Of course, your travel library on board will have loads of books. Your shore excursions team will, of course, give you talks to highlight some of the best things to book in the ports of call to maximize your time and money. The menus will be curated around the whole Japanese experience, and like you said, the spa will be as well. So we are off on our adventure, and our first port is Nagasaki for the incredible Shimabara Castle, where you can actually take a tour highlighting the castle and also a local village, which is a beautiful, well-preserved 16th century town featuring a samurai village. That's my recommendation. Busan is up next in South Korea. Considered the country's summer capital, has stunning beaches, vibrant food and a street food scene there, historical temples and a rich cultural heritage as well. Next up, it's Sakamenoto in Japan, back in Japan here, sandwiched between a sacred mountain, a sweeping bay and an inward lake. Now, the Mizuki Shiguru Road is very famous for manga artists, so if you're interested in that, great place to visit. Osaka's up next. Many consider this to be the culture capital of the nation. You can definitely go and see that amazing Osaka Castle, and loads of beautiful shrines and manicured gardens await in this port. Next up, we are into Kanazawa, where you can see the incredible castle park. Nice and rustic, many call it the true north of Japan, in fact. A nice little cycle tour you can do around Lake Tozawa as well while you're there. Next up, it's Sakata, and you might want to visit whilst you're here the beautiful falls. Then there's the Sanko warehouses. These are amazing and great for picture opportunities, old sort of rice storehouses. The aquarium's amazing there too. Akita is next on the list. Beautiful, very relaxing port of call, very low key. Sake Brewery. Now, if you want to try some sake, do take a tour. And again, the ship will have some great recommendations for you to learn about how this is brewed. Amori's next, and this is known for, of course, the incredible cherry blossoms, which is the name of the game on this tour. So you might see some of the best cherry blossoms in this port, and it's where they have a lot of the cherry blossom festivals as well, and to the fire festival with the candle boats. We're back into the port for Tokyo, where we'll disembark and we will fly you home after this amazing adventure, taking in the incredible cherry blossoms. And make sure you take note of the cherry blossom forecast. There's a forecast every day to tell you more about these amazing raining pink petals.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's such a magical time of the year to actually be in Japan. It's where the world goes to see the spectacle, because it kind of completes the picture as well, doesn't it? You think of Japanese artworks that you have seen that feature the amazing bonsai and the azalea and rhododendron and all the other blooms that there are quite aside the cherry blossoms as well. And you always have that lovely, magical, romantic feel. Place yourself into that kind of scene with a cruise like this at this time of the year. It's amazing. So this is for April next year, over 16 nights in all. Included in the price is, again, we've got lounge access for you at Sydney Airport before you fly over to Tokyo. You've got 3 nights in a Tokyo hotel, including that full day Mount Fuji and Hakone tour, and then your 11-night cruise on the Diamond Princess, celebrating the cherry blossom season around Japan. The transfer from the end of the cruise to the airport and your flight back to Sydney as well. And here is your price tag. Now, we can do a lower deposit on this one as well, which is fantastic. Just talk to the team. And of course, that's an amazing price, let me tell you. I mean, you could spend that being in just one city in Japan very, very easily. And you are getting such a big selection of destinations here. You can spread the cost of that, of course, with Travel Pay Later as well, which means you can split that down into either 6 or 12 payments. And it just makes budgeting really, really easy. Just talk to the team about that. Now, if you want to upgrade on the cruise in terms of your stateroom, this price based on interior. Let's look at ocean view balcony and the suite for you. The suite would be absolutely incredible. That would just top off a trip like this amazingly. And bear in mind, when you're looking at a trip like this, it's not necessarily one that you would take 2 or 3 times a year. Maybe it's a once in a decade or once every 20 years kind of experience, but it's becoming so much more affordable. So think about treating yourself to that, that higher grade of stateroom, maybe adding drinks, etc. on there. You can add Princess Plus to this one as well if you want to. It's $65 per person per day to add drinks and service charges and other bonuses to this. So again, it makes the budgeting more complete. So then when you go on the holiday, you can just really just dive into it and enjoy it. 1300 411 954 is our toll-free telephone number. Get in touch as quickly as you possibly can, because these are very, very popular indeed. Japan really is the most exciting place to go and see. And our DreamAway packages ensure that you see more than you ever imagined to on your trip, which is most important. Now, our final DreamAway circles Japan and the South Islands for September next year for 23 nights in total. We're going to start on the 26th of September, again by flying from Sydney over to Tokyo for a 3-night hotel stay there. Looks such an incredible city, actually. Richard, who is behind our cameras here in the studio, has been to Japan many, many times, so I've heard many of the stories of just the contrasts of this city as well. If you want everything that is brand new, in fact, things that you don't even know about in the world of technology, then you're going to find them in Tokyo. But also, if you want to step back thousands of years in time to the ancient temples, they are there in Tokyo as well. It is such a melting pot, such an incredible city. If you get the chance while you're there, travel by a bullet train, have that experience, do everything that you should do in Tokyo, and enjoy the amazing food as well, because that is to be just savoured and enjoyed. Then it's cruise time, back on the Diamond Princess, this time a longer cruise, 19 nights this time.
Yes, 19 nights on board the Diamond. Love that, because that is, let me see, almost 3 weeks of cruising. Perfect. You know, a lot of the time we kind of feel when we've done a week, oh, I could do a little bit longer. Yeah. Even when we've done 2 weeks. Do you know what? If I had 2.5 weeks, well, this is ideal, isn't it? So it will give you enough time to do everything you want on the ship, because a lot of the time, because there's so much on offer when you cruise, you do feel like you haven't really even touched the surface.
Well, the first few days you're kind of ratcheting yourself down to the cruising pace of life, aren't you? Because you want to run at it like a bull at a gate, don't you? And then you realise, hang on a minute, slow down, I'm on holiday here. Take it easy, chill out. You're so used to being busy with day-to-day life, aren't you, that actually when you're on a cruise, it kind of really forces you a little bit. I mean, you can be as on the go as you like, but it does force you to kind of, remember why you're here? You're on holiday.
Yeah, exactly. It takes a good few days to decompress.
Yeah.
So, you know, once you've done that, and you are, like you said, on the cruising pace, it's for you to enjoy as much or as little as you want. You can go full throttle and do all the activities, and there are plenty of them. Or you can just sit in your favourite nook on the ship and read all those books you wanted to catch up on. By the way, talking of activities on board, they have all the cruising favourites, the sort of traditional entertainment favourites like your shuffleboard, bingo, ping pong, all of that fun stuff. You can walk around the deck. They call it walk a mile. You can kind of collect points, and at the end you can get prizes. It's very cool. Or you can do crafting stuff. There's loads of, quite a lot of the time they have crafting experts on board, teaching you everything from mosaics through to scrapbooking, which is a great kind of, it's nice to kind of take something away with you from your cruise, like a new skill. And Princess are brilliant at sort of infiltrating that into the cruise structure for you. Alongside Broadway, West End, Sydney Entertainment District caliber shows. You've got exceptional offerings every night, and then live music too. You know, disco, the Skywalker's nightclub is there for your enjoyment. They have themed nights. They'll have things like White Hot Party. They'll have deck parties, you know, like Caribbean night, for example, Brazilian night. French Polynesian night, depending on where you are in the world. Japanese night, of course, you'll have. Then it's time to cruise. Taipei's our first port in fabulous Taiwan. Really intriguing port to visit. There's the Miniatures Museum, which is world famous. I just love miniatures. I think it's such a fun place to see. National Palace as well is amazing. Next up, we are in Hualien, where you can go to the Sugar Factory or the Pine Garden. You can visit the incredible whales and dolphins on a tour as well. They're known for great whale watching. Good time as they're transiting in September, so it'll be a good time to see them. And next up, it is Ishigaki Island. Beautiful, and of course we are looking at a majority of these are islands in Japan. Beautiful coral reef there, so tip top for snorkeling, diving, glass bottom kayaking. That would be amazing. Okinawa's next for its beautiful Shujiro Castle, and great shopping and markets there too. If you want to pick up some souvenirs, this is definitely the port. And boy, will you have some interesting ones to bring back from Japan for the friends and fam back home. Tokyo's next, so we're getting an extra little day in Tokyo to enjoy here. And of course, you know, things to see and do here. There are so many. The amazing Sensoji Temple, the Sky Tree, the Imperial Palace. Next up, it's Toba. Toba has got the amazing Shimmer Spain village to see, and I've heard great things about that one. So book a tour if you can. I think this is going to be one to remember for a very long time. The aquarium also has top reviews. Then we're into Kobe, known for its beef. Of course, how could you forget that name? Maybe you want to try it on a Kobe beef tour, or you might want to head to the ropeway for beautiful views over the canopies below. Next up, it's Kochi. Kochi Castle and the Mikino Botanical Garden are beautiful. Of course, those manicured Japanese gardens are what Japan is famous for. And, you know, the castle itself also has got beautiful views. Beppu, Japan's next, and this is a place where you definitely want to take in the onsen thermal bath experience. The Takigawara one is the one to do. Speak to your team about that on board the ship, who can book you into that experience. Then it's Busan in South Korea, considered really a place where lots of Koreans go on the summer holidays. So of course, go where the locals go, as they often say. You'll get a really lovely feel of South Korea in the sport for sure. And the Busan Tower is amazing views. Then we're into Nagasaki, and you can visit a beautiful, well-preserved 16th century town, or you can head up to the Inasana Yara Park and look out, or perhaps the Peace Park whilst you're there. Then it's Shimizu, and this is actually the port for Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji is an active volcano about 100 kilometers southwest of Tokyo. It's the tallest peak. It's 3,700 meters high. A tour here will take you up there, and also perhaps to the Shigoya Shrine on the way back. So as you see, you have so much variety on this itinerary. Back into the port for Tokyo, where you'll disembark and fly home. Starting off in Tokyo, heading through some absolute gems in Taiwan before we head back into Japan, and then finally into South Korea. What an adventure.
Now that is seeing Japan. Do you know what I mean? You could fly to Tokyo and spend 3 weeks there, have an amazing time, but just see one city. This is the way to see Japan. Cruising is really the way to see so much more as well. So this is September next year, 23 nights all told. Deposits today on this holiday, just $700 each today to lock in the price I've got for you. The price includes lounge access at Sydney Airport before you fly off to Tokyo, 3 nights in a hotel stay there with breakfast included, 19 nights of your cruising, Japan, Taiwan and South Korea, plus your transfer at the end of the cruise from the port to the airport for your flight back to Sydney. Oh my word, look at this price tag. This will be snapped up quickly. You'll notice if you see our shows often for CruiseAway that Japan comes up in conversation quite a lot. It's because every time we create a package like this, it sells out really, really quickly. $700 each today as a deposit locks in this price tag for you for September next year. Here are your prices if you would like to upgrade on board up to your ocean view, balcony or suite. And of course, if you want to make this all inclusive, just add Princess Plus as well. We're talking $65 per person per day for a full drinks package, Wi-Fi, service charges, extra dining, speedy boarding, fitness classes, and so much more. So if you want to do that and make the budgeting complete for this trip, then add Princess Plus. It's well worth doing. The value is huge. It pays for itself kind of twice or 3 times over very, very easily in terms of the equivalent price tags. If you've got any questions, because we've gone through that quite quickly, I know, but if you've got any questions, talk to our team. Remember, it's toll free when you call us, 1300 411 954. If you want to tailor that in any way, shape or form as well in terms of the stays, again, just talk to the team. Talk to us, talk to us, talk to us, because you should never miss out on an opportunity like this when it is there in the palm of your hand. And listen, we are here every single day. If you're watching us on Gecko right now, 10 in the morning, 1 and 4 in the afternoon, every single day, we've got more shows than ever before right now because there's more cruises out there than ever before.
Yeah, absolutely. There really is. It is the best time to be booking ahead of the game for your cruises in the future as well. So just think about that, get them locked down and ready. Things on the cards to look forward to. That's the name of travel at the moment for sure.
Absolutely. See you back here soon.